Welcome everyone to another enlightening episode of Healing Pathways, Navigating Transformation with Juanita. I'm your host, Henry Woodcock. Joining me is a transpersonal therapist and founder of Energy Gateways, Juanita Puddifoot. Today we have the pleasure of delving into the topic of energy, nature and gratitude. Welcome, Juanita.
Thank you, Henry. I'm delighted to be here today to share my perspectives on this important aspect of our lives.
We've spoken about your childhood experiences with energies and spirits. Could you elaborate on how you communicate with these beings and how your perception of them has evolved over time?
As a child, I didn't have anyone to guide me on working with energies or communicating with beings beyond the physical realm. Instead, I relied on my innate instincts and senses. I would see, hear and feel things that others could not perceive, but I wasn't aware of that at the time, that other people couldn't see the things I was seeing. To me, these experiences were very real. The people, the beings that I used to see, there were slight differences to the human stature in that they may be slightly more see-through, not as solid looking at them as humans were. But to me, I thought everyone could see these beings. So I used to actually treat them as I would anybody else. I would ask questions. I would say hello. I would let them know my name and ask them their name and ask questions and giving them thanks and would they like to stay for tea, and with my special childhood tea set that I used to have in the garden. So I understood quite early on when I first went to school that other people, other children couldn't see these beings. And then that's when I realised not to talk about them.
Your childhood approach to saying hello and thank you to energies and beings is fascinating. How does this practice of gratitude extend to our relationship with nature and the earth?
Humans live on the earth, the planet Earth, and everything connected and related to the earth is essential for us to live. The air, the oxygen we breathe, the soil we grow our plants in, and for the animals that humans eat, except for myself, who's a vegetarian, I eat the plants, but for animals that eat the grass, the plants, that then humans eat. So really, we are completely connected to everything that is part of the earth. So it's essential for our survival. Now, we build our homes and our towns and our roads and our motorways on the earth. And for me, how often do you actually give thanks and gratitude for the earth enabling us to live, to breathe, to actually eat the plants that come out of the soil, to eat the animals that you eat? How often do you actually give thanks and gratitude? So if we look at what's happening in the world today, we have a climate change crisis. There's plenty of countries that are still putting out pollutants, polluting the air we breathe. They're polluting the waters that we drink, and they're polluting the soil, as into the plants we grow. And where there is a nuclear reactor that has a leak, it doesn't just affect that area. It affects the whole world because our air travels around the planet, the insects travel. So we will be affected by it. And it's just shown recently by the effects of this pandemic as how far and how quickly all humans around the world can be affected by it. So my focus, and I hope your focus are thinking about this, is into how often do you give thanks and gratitude for the air that you breathe, for the food that you eat, and the earth that you live upon. We all live in buildings. We all live in some sort of structure of some sort. Whether you live in a cave, whether you're camping, you're still living on the earth. So how often do you actually give gratitude and reverence to the earth and what the earth provides us?
It's remarkable how simple acts of gratitude can deepen our connection with nature. Can you provide examples of how individuals can express gratitude in their daily lives?
So, gratitude and blessings. So this may take you back to your early upbringing. I know for me, I was taken to Sunday school, and basically I didn't want to give thanks for the food that I didn't want to eat. I remember that very vividly from my childhood. But now as an adult, I understand that really without the food, without the air, without the earth, we wouldn't survive. And so, yes, I do like to eat food now, and I do want to give thanks and gratitude. So each moment during your everyday life, you have an opportunity to give thanks and gratitude. So here is what I suggest you do, is really feel that gratitude in your body, a genuine place of appreciation for the things from Earth that are enabling you to live, the oxygen that you breathe in. Luckily, we have plants on the planet, the trees, that actually give off oxygen and actually take in carbon dioxide, and that helps humans to live. So you could give thanks and gratitude to the air that you breathe in. Expand your heart and feel that sense of gratitude when you have something that you eat, whatever you eat. Actually really focus on giving gratitude to the grains, to the pulses, to the plants that have been part of your meal, or even the meat that's been part of your meal. That animal has actually died to enable you to have that meal. So giving thanks and gratitude. Now, some people say to me, well, where do I focus this gratitude? Well, you could focus it to the earth. If you're focusing on the energy and the beings and the spirits that all these plants and all the trees and all the animals are, you could imagine and feel as if you're giving gratitude to all of them, all the animals and all the plants that have made up your meal.
How does expressing gratitude to nature and its beings contribute to our overall well-being and sense of fulfillment?
So gratitude and giving thanks is a powerful practice that fosters a sense of abundance and harmony in your lives. And this applies to even if you're feeling a little bit low, feeling a little bit depressed, can't see any motivation or any joy in your life. Actually looking at what can you give gratitude for, the water you drink, the coffee you drink, the food that you eat, even if it's sugar, even if it's all the foods that we're told we shouldn't be eating, like crisps or anything else, is actually focus on giving gratitude, because crisps are still potatoes. You know, the chocolate that you eat is still cacao. So is to give your sense of a deeper sense of appreciation and gratitude and thanks for everything. Being able to walk, being able to breathe the air, being able to be in the sunshine or even the rain at the moment. We're having a lot of rain. But the earth needs rain. The earth needs sunshine. The earth needs, obviously, air and carbon dioxide so the plants can take that in and give us oxygen. So there's a whole process that's happening around us, and we're part of that. So actually acknowledging and giving gratitude, even for a grey sky in the UK. You know, there has to be good days, there has to be slightly dull days. So give gratitude for the changes that we have in our seasons. So I hope this gives you a deeper sense and connection of getting greater fulfillment out of your life and recognizing the beauty and abundance by giving gratitude and thanks for what you're being given every minute of the day.
Thank you to our listeners for joining us on Healing Pathways, Navigating Transformation with Juanita. If today's episode resonated with you, don't hesitate to reach out to Juanita. Her work is transformative and she's here to support you on your journey. Until next time, this is Energy Gateway signing off. Take care. For more detailed information, visit the website energygateways.com or on YouTube search for Energy Gateways with Juanita.